Hi, it's Savvy. I know I don't usually record narrations, which is probably going to be clear in my scattered speech patterns, but, I just kind of felt like this video needed a little bit more of an explanation almost, because I don't usually do paintings where the subject is based off myself appearance-wise, and that was really just because, there wasn't a lot of reference photos that I found that I liked, but usually I'll at least, if I take the pictures based on myself, I at least then try to find a few from the internet so I can kind of make it like an indiscernible person, but I couldn't really find a lot of reference photos that I liked, so it just kind of ended up looking like me. And I don't know if it's a thing, but I'm calling this an abstract portrait. I feel like that's a thing. I feel like I've heard about that before, but my most formal training was through high school, so not a whole lot credible there for the like art terms. This was a weird piece because it turned out a lot better than I was ever expecting. This was really just me. This was just supposed to be me playing around with watercolor. It's been a while since I just messed with it and seen the effects of it, so I was really trying to do that whole thing where you put the water down on the paper and then you put really wet paint on top of it. Again, don't know the terms for that. My most formal training was high school. I think it's called. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna try and make its name up because I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, I was really just trying to mess with watercolors and just kind of be a little bit more loose with how they work because I like acrylics because they're so structured and I can control them, and I have control issues. But with watercolor, I really have to kind of let the water go and just do its own thing, and that's really difficult for me, which probably becomes evident throughout some of this video. But yeah, I just, this was inspired because we went to the beach the day before. And it's been the first time, well, I guess second time, because we did go before, but we couldn't get in the water because it was too cold. I mean, we got in the water, but it was really freaking cold, so this time we actually were able to get into it and properly swim and stuff, and I haven't gone to a beach and properly swam since I was, I don't know, 5, 6? I mean, most of my childhood was spent in Alaska. There were beaches, but they weren't really the jump in the water type. So, it was my first time getting to kind of float on a river, like a proper river, not a little water park thing, and it was really fun and really interesting, and it really inspired me, just the part where you lay down on the water and you close your eyes and you can see the sun through your eyelids, but it's just like a bright yellow and orange, and then when you turn back over to go swim, I couldn't help but notice like how blue the water was in comparison, which makes sense because I guess technically you're just burning your retinas when you do that, but I found it to be a really peaceful and like strangely beautiful thing to be able to see how different it is. Here, I'm rambling like I said I was. This is also kind of inspiring to me because my mom always has this saying where she's like, just float, which admittedly she got from home from the holidays, so it's not 100% hers. It's been a really weird couple months. Really exciting, really weird, and really like unexpected, I guess, is the best way I can put it. It was neither good, there was bad parts and there was good parts, but it's mostly been good, but the best way I can put it is it was just a really unexpected plot twist of a month. So just getting to be out on the water and just relax and just float and feel this sensation of like the river kind of pulling you around, and then the sun on your face, and then getting to see the like deep colors of the beautiful river and all the nature around it was really inspiring. So that's where this painting kind of came from. And I have to apologize because I know there's a point in the painting where it kind of goes from a simpler painting to like a bit more complex, I guess. It goes from like being earlier in the painting to farther along. That's because at one point I stopped recording because I really almost threw this away a couple times. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it, and I don't know if that's because it looks like me and I don't like how I look in the painting, or if it's because I didn't expect it to turn out the way it did. But yeah, that's the explanation for why it kind of goes from looking like one thing at one moment to something completely different. But I'm glad I didn't throw it away because I really like it now that I look at it. And I don't know, I don't usually mess around with abstract, if you can even call this that, but it just seemed fitting for the emotions I was feeling with it based off what we'd experienced the day before. So I guess that's kind of my little explanation for this painting. Sorry for the rambliness. Like I said, I don't usually record narrations, and I don't always plan out my thoughts that well before I say them, so I hope that you can bear with me through this weird talky bit.